and we have studied in about the various applications and applications of computer software hardware में कितने सारे parts रहते हैं, the characteristics, uses, and the important part that we have studied was the Microsoft Office. So today, I guess I thought that you would have done the introductory parts of ICT before, but I guess that was not done. So today I will be doing the first part of this chapter, information technology. Okay, this is our 10th chapter, information communication technology, the new direction of progress. So before we start with this particular um, chapter, I would like to give a little introduction about the ICT. As you all know, right now you must have, all of you must have Android phones with you in your hands, okay, and you're studying. This is the technology. This is
Ma'am,
information.
sorry to
Yes,
interrupt, but your screen is not visible.
yes, ma'am. I am not shared yet. I'm giving introduction.
Okay. Students are raising hands, no? So that's why
Okay.
I thought might be.
Okay. Children, I have not started with sharing the screen. I'm just giving you the introduction. Okay, let's start. I will be showing you few introductory part of this. I'll share some pictures. Okay. I hope my screen is now visible to you all. My screen is visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's visible.
Okay, okay. Let's start now. Okay. You all must have seen this particular computer before. This is old time computer, okay? This is old generation computer that we are seeing on my screen. Okay, this computer, can you see the picture tube, the screen, the drives, then the keyboards here. Okay, this screen, this particular TV, as you all know, earlier we were having TV like this, but now the TV's size has become very thin. Okay, we have LED, we have LCD, different kinds of screen right now. Right now we have in these days. Then see the keyboards. We have now Apple keyboards, Samsung, Asus, different companies have come with lightweight computers, lightweight laptops, the lightweight iPods and all. Okay, children. So now this was information technologies are the form of technology. Okay, that are used to transmit the process, store, create, display, share of exchange of information. This was meant to share the information. That is why our chapter name is Information Communication Technology. It is said that information and communication, from the name itself, you should have idea about it. Information communication, we are sending each other's information. We are sharing it through this media. Now, it is by which medium? This is via electronic medium, right? Without electricity, computer won't work. So that is why it is known as the electronic means. This board definition includes such as technologies like radio, television, that is the TV, video, DVD, telephone, maybe landline phone, yeah, to mobile phone, satellite system, and computer network hardware software, as well as the equipment and service associated with the technologies. Okay, so now this is the wonderful, you know, side. Okay, the wonderful side of flourishing. You may in future, you may do a job of software engineer, hardware engineer. You may become the ICT engineer. Okay, you will have a wonderful future because now everything, whatever we are doing, see when you're studying by using this electronic media, so this has a lot of scope for you on. Now, what do you mean by data here? When we talk about the computers, okay, see these are different skills that are linked with the information technology. This, in short, we can say digital is literacy. This functional skills, creativity, critical thinking, evaluation, cultural and social understanding, collaboration, and ability to find the select information, effective communication, e-safety. These are right now we are having this kind of the literacy. Earlier, this ICT was not so much spread. People were not knowing much about it. But now the whole world is really connected with the help of information communication technology, ICT. We can't stay with like we have to be dependent upon the WhatsApp, we have to dependent upon the various apps like Google Meet, we have to use a Zoom app to take the lectures and all. So this digital literacy has become a very essential part of our lives nowadays. So this is just I've shared because I got this good picture today. See this computer generation. How does it started? Can you see this picture, children? This is computer generation. Computer is the most important ICT device. Computer is the number one ICT device. Okay. And successive stage of evolution of digital computer are called as computer generation. ओके जो जो कंप्यूटर डेवलप होते गए उसको बोल रहे हैं हम लोग कंप्यूटर जनरेशन each generation is characterized by remarkable improvement of the technology. Now you all know from the first computer till this computer, okay? Each generation is improvising, कुछ ना कुछ improve होते जा रहा है. More speed, जैसे पहले 2G था, 3G, 4G, now we are having 4G, okay? So like generation of computers also have categorized by the remarkable improvements. Now internal organization and programming language over the previous generation. They have improvised. Earlier only English language was there. Now we have in India we have so many languages. We have script in all the languages, in computer nowadays. Now first generation computer, the picture which you are observing is built using evacuated vacuum tubes called as valves, and these valves were large in size, generated large amount of heat, so that they had to be well spaced out, and consequently computer had to build a big and cool huge air condition. So that is why you must have seen that computers need air conditioned room so that it doesn't get problematic later. Why? Because these computers earlier, computers were having the vacuum pumps, and due to that, the wires used to get very heat up. So air conditioned room helps the computer to maintain its temperature and we can work for longer hours. So now let's see the presentation. Today we are going to study about more important device of ICT, that is computer. I've already given you introduction about computer is programmable electronic device that accept the data, performs the operation on the data and represent the result and stores the data and results as needed. As you can see on my screen, this particular presentation, the design, then because I have to take the lecture, so we all can do the different design, the whatever way, whichever way you want your particular presentation has to be, you can do with the help of this particular computer or mobile. Nowadays you have tabs, mobiles, the electronic devices are much more advanced. Now see the parts of computer quickly. This is speaker, then you have system unit, then you have system unit, then you have the screen, Then you have the monitor. Then you have again the mouse, keyboard, microphones. Hello, microphones. These input devices for computer are फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इनपुट कैसे करेंगे, कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन डालना है, कंप्यूटर gives us result, but first of all you are supposed to put some information into it which you are supposed to do the work on it. So that input devices, इसको बोलते हैं input devices. So we have input devices like keyboards to enter the data and mouse to use the object text to draw the picture on the computer or to drag the arrow. Whatever function you want to do, you can do easily with the help of mouse. Then we have the input devices more. Web camera, you all know it now properly. Digital camera, okay. These cameras are most commonly used for video chatting and video conferencing. When now you all know due to the pandemic we cannot meet, so at least with the help of camera, we all can communicate with each other. So these cameras are very, very important as far as the communication is important. Now we have the trackball and joysticks. You all know these gadgets very well, better than even the teachers because you all play the game. It has a ball on the top which rolled with a finger to move the pointer on the screen. Okay, first trackball. Then you have the joystick. Joystick is used to play the games on the computer. It is used to move the object pointer on the screen. It is also helping us to play various type of जैसे कि for example you must be playing PlayStation and all. Okay. Then we have this is a very important part. मैं अभी जो lecture ले रही हूँ, I'm using this stylus. Light pen. It is used to draw the object directly on the screen. With the help of this pen, you can draw. See, I'm drawing with the help of pen. I'm using the highlighter. Huh? Just see this. I'm using my pen. I C T. See, I've used my pen. These are the light pens that draw the object directly on the screen. Scanner. It allows you to scan, transfer the photos, hand pictures, and or text to the computer. Scanners are very important. It acts like a Xerox, okay? Scanners helps to keep the space properly. Old documents, full record, you can keep as a soft copy in your computer. Scanners are very important tool of the computer. Now, example of output device. See, we have done the input device. Now, what is the output device, children? It is CRT monitor. Okay, TFT monitor. Now we have the, patla wala screen, thin screen computer. They are known as TFT monitors. Laser printers, inkjet printers. Then we have the old dot metric printers. Then we have speakers, plotters, multimedia projectors. We have no LED, LCD. Some of the schools are having it. So these are some output devices. You are supposed to remember this input as well as output devices because you may ask such questions in the examination. Working of computer now, children. First of all, what we are supposed to do without entering any information into the computer, you won't get your desired results. So what you are going to do with the help of keyboard, mouse, scanner, or other input, you'll put something into the computer. Now memory will give the information to the CPU and then you will get the monitor, printer, speakers. Monitor will display whatever your inputs are. Printer will gives out the results. Speakers, you might be having the audio one, so you will be hearing that. Another output, these are the result giving outputs. Inputs are you are inputting, you are injecting the you're adding your information into the CPU. And then output is the result. Okay. So the computer central processing unit, CPU full form is central processing unit. Okay. is the portion of the computer that retrieves and executes the instruction. Okay, this is a brain of the computer, I can say. Okay, because it gains the input and gives you the output. So it executes the instruction. For example, you are giving information. Okay, if you want to convert that particular font into the bolder one. So when you are giving the bold, when you're just clicking on bold, the letter becomes bold. So you're giving information to it and it is converting into your desired result. So this is done with the help of CPU, because CPU gives the message, okay, to the computer that we are supposed to do this work and you get the desired result. The CPU is essentially the brain of the CAD system. It consisting of arithmetic logical unit, that is ALU, a control unit, various registers, the computer CPU, okay, control processing unit, is often simply referred to as the processor. We can call this as a processor too. Central processing unit, control unit. Now you can see that particular answer is converted into the diagram. Control unit, arithmetic, that is logical unit, and memory unit. And the arrow is reversible because input output has, it comes in and it goes out, comes in and it goes out. So it is all in a parallel mode. So here can you see the CPU from inside? Here you can see the particular picture. This is the picture of CPU inside, okay, from the inside. I see the CPU. The main thing about it is control unit is a component of a computer's processing unit that directs the operation of the processor. It directs the flow of data between CPU and another device. So what is the control unit? Why we are learning? Because this is the chain, okay, from a computer CPU that directs the operation of the processor. It directs the flow of data between the CPU and other device. First of all, you all know CPU is the brain of the computer. So this control unit, CU, what CU will do? CU will executing, giving its the information correctly and making the flow proper, and so that you can get a proper results the way you want it. So now functional arithmetic logic. This ALU can come for short notes in your examination. Okay. Now please see this functions of arithmetic ALU. What is ALU? This ALU is arithmetic logical unit, is a digital circuit used to perform arithmetic and logical function. Arithmetic, it is obviously related to some numbers. Okay, this you all know. So it represents the fundamental building block of the central processing unit of the computer. Obviously, without the engineer must have put something logical, arithmetic, some function into the CPU, so that is why our computer in the MS Office, Excel, we can do so many calculations. So now, it represents the fundamental building block of the central processing unit of a computer. Modern CPUs contain very powerful and complex ILUs because we just do not want plus and minus wala calculation. World is now become advanced. NASA, various medical companies, vaccination companies, everything is in particular all the companies, globe companies around, they need a proper high calculative calculators. So computers are supercomputers now. They have a lot of different kinds of functions. So they are very powerful, and due to that, these computer generations are now very advanced and have complex ALUs. In addition to this arithmetic logical unit, modern CPUs contain control unit. Most operations of CPU are performed by one or more ALUs which load the data input register. This register is a small amount of storage available as a part of CPU, and this control tells us ALU what operation to perform. Obviously, when we are putting some information that we need desired result, this ALU controls that particular logical part of the, for example, MS Office. In MS Office, when we are doing calculation, we use the MS Excel. So this control unit moves data between this register. They know in which particular software is needed for it. So CPU helps ALU also to give us the desired result data. Now memory unit, the different part than the CPU. What is the memory unit? This is a very important word, children. Memory unit is a component of a computer system. It is used to store data, then instruction and information. It is actually a work area of a computer where CPU stores the data and instruction. It stores the data. Memory, see children, this is very logical answer. CAL you have to arithmetic है, so you know your mind must be knowing कि related to mathematics होगा. CPU control processing unit, it must be related to something very central. जैसे हमारा central brain रहता है, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, we have different parts of brain. Memory unit है तो obviously it is related to something memory. So don't just give up on your answer during the exam. Use your head, use these words give you some blinks, some ideas about it. So memory unit क्या रहेगा children? It is used to store data. Memory मतलब कुछ memorize करना. So it will obviously store the data, instruction, information. It actually work area for computer where CPU stores the data. CPU का यही part है जिसमें CPU store करता है सिर्फ data और instruction. It is also known as internal memory. जैसे हमारे मोबाइल फोन्स में हमारे कार्ड्स रहते हैं, स्कैन डिस्क का कार्ड रहता है, या तो हम लोग पेन ड्राइव यूज करते हैं. So it is storing the data, storing the memory. It is used for a temporary storage of program data, but this is what we are using computer memory unit for. Computer we are talking about. Now important components of computer. पहला तो आपको याद रखना है memory. Memory is a place for storing the data obtained from input and also generated solution answer by computer. These are two types of memories in computer. कौन सी memories है computer की? We have internal memory, we have external memory. You all know this, but we are just putting this into the answers. Now अभी internal memory क्या रहेगा children? In internal memory we have random access memory, that is your RAM. आप मोबाइल लेने जाते हो, the engineer keeps on saying इसका RAM ये है, इसका internal data इतना है, इसका external इतना है. So what is RAM actually? This RAM is the memory. Okay, it's very fast, expensive, as the data and program must be in the primary memory of execution. The content of this memory is erased when computer is switched off. Okay, children, basically it is very fast. Random access memory. It created from the electronic component. An electronic component can function as long as it's supplied with electricity. So without electricity, it vanishes. RAM. Now what is ROM? The information stored here can be read and cannot make changes to information originally stored. RAM में we can do the editing, we can do the changes, but in ROM it is already fixed. Okay, inside you cannot do any changes into the ROM. So ROM में क्या बोल सकते हैं हम लोग? read only memory. और RAM क्या है? random access memory. Remember when we are saying RAM, RAM याद रखो, RAM, first दो letter याद रखो. RAM is for RAM और RAN random. ROM हम बोलेंगे तो read only memory. So read only memory को हम basically कैसे बोलेंगे children? easy way में. This is the memory which is permanently stored information, important information, instruction into the computer, and can only be read out, cannot be changed. Okay, no editing can be done into that. Okay, and it cannot be erased. It cannot be erased. Remember, if the computer is switched off, RAM can be erased, ROM cannot be erased. Okay, children, this was about the internal primary memory of the computer. Now, operating system. What is operating system, children? This is the program which provides a means of communication between computer and the person. हम किसकी बात करें? कंप्यूटर पे हम काम करते हैं, तो ऑपरेटिंग कहाँ पे हो रहा है? This is the communication between the computer and the person working on it, and it is known as DOS, that is this operating system. We cannot use a computer without operating system. Okay, this is known as this operating system. Disk operating system in your textbook given as it is a computer operating system that resides and you can use as a disk storage device such as floppy disk, hard disk, optical disk. A disk operating system must provide a file system. We make a file in the computer, children, in the disk also, organizing, reading, writing files on the storage disk. Strictly speaking, the definition does not apply to current generation of operating system such as version of computer Windows in use. It is more appropriately used only for older generations of operating system. Now we have such advanced, you all know, computer to jane do, but we can use laptops, tabs, our mobiles. We can store hundreds of files, hundreds of whatever. Like we do not require the disk to store the data. We already have much of memory and good system to do it. So now the Microsoft Windows that we are using here, we do not need disk operating system. And disk operating systems are available for mainframes, mini computers, microprocessors, and home computers. They are actually loaded from the disk themselves as a part of boot processor. Okay. Now, this is just for your information. This may come for 2 marks. It will not come for 5 marks. Okay. Just for the introduction, you are supposed to read this operating system. Now, this is very important. What is program? Program is a group of commands to be given to the computer. For example, I'm giving command to my computer to, for example, I want to make a presentation. So I'll click on the start button and then I will go in Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office will go in the presentation. These are the commands that I'm giving to the कंप्यूटर. सो ये प्रोग्राम्स में आएगा, स्टार्ट, प्रोग्राम, MS Office and presentation. Data and information. Data is an information in its raw form. Now we will just revise what we have studied right now. What is computer? We have seen some pictures that I've shown you. Then we have learned the parts of the computer, children. Then we have studied input device. For example, input device में था keyboard, joystick, mouse. Okay. Output device में you must have seen the cameras, printers, scanners. Then we have central processing unit information. In that we have learned about arithmetic logical unit, memory unit, types of memories where we have learned ROM and RAM. RAM was random access memory. Then ROM is read-only memory. Then we have the operating system, children, program, and then we have the data information. So we have done our wonderful work today together. But before we do this, I would like to revise even the sorry, last class of work also, so that we can finish with this particular chapter today itself. Today's part was not that was the dry part. Okay, इसमें इतना मजा नहीं आया होगा आपको जैसे हम लोग ने लास्ट लेक्चर में किया था. Remember the last lecture we have studied. In that, what we have done, children, last lecture mein. Hello, we have studied about. Just give me a minute. We have studied about MS Office. In MS Office, we have studied about presentations. Okay. So I think my screen is visible. So I'll just go on doing this. Give me a minute, children. Give me a minute. This was very dry, children, but now we will be just revising the MS Office part again. So it will help you to do the presentation and projects. Okay, children? See, in my tab, I'm using the stylus. I will go on Microsoft Word. I'm going into Microsoft Word. I'm opening one document. I'm going into the particular. See, I'm using the pen. Right now, I'm using what pen? For example, my school name is Gildaland. I'm just writing with a handwriting. Gildaland, Mumbai, Public School. Okay. Now, see, this is Microsoft Word file I'm making. Okay. I've selected. I wanted to make it bigger, so I'm using the formatting, font formatting. I'll make it 22. See, अभी मुझे बीच में चाहिए. I'm using this particular line spacing, paragraph making proper, add spacing before after. I wanted the underline. I wanted it to become bold. See the different functions I'm doing, children. Is it visible to you all? Is it visible to you all? See the way I'm doing, children. See, I'm using the functions. Okay. My name is Vanita Bharia. Okay. Now I wanted little small, 14. First you'll have to select it. Make it till 14. Then I want it on the left hand side or right hand side. Okay, wherever you want, you can do that. I want the different color. So I can use the red color. I don't want the underline. I will remove the underline. See, whichever way you want, you can do your work. Okay. This was about the, see, I've done this. For example, I've typed this information. See, I've typed one letter, official letter. See, in Marathi, you can use the Marathi font also, whatever, like Hindi, Marathi, Malayali, whatever way you want, you can use that. Word is very important, applications that we can, software that we can use. See, here I have different designs of, I'm scrolling the designs of the word. See, here, if you are opening your, hotels and all, तो यहाँ पे देखो ऑलरेडी ये टेम्पलेट्स बने हुए हैं. तो यहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ एंटर करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर ओपनिंग द होटल नेम Rosewood Hotel. See, such advertising also already is present. You all can just type whatever addresses, whatever you want. This is so helpful, Microsoft Office. You can do everything. Now see, these are the heading. If you're making some, what presentation, sorry, not presentation, if you're writing some blogs, or if you're writing some interviews, or if you're writing some write-ups for giving into the, different newspaper, magazines. So this kind of information, this kind of paper is already being prepared by Microsoft Office. ये ऑनलाइन में ये मुझे फ्री में था, बट ऑनलाइन में ये बाय भी कर सकते हैं हम लोग. सी सच एडवर्टाइज ऑल्सो आर प्रेजेंट. हम ये पूरा एडिट कर सकते हैं हमें जैसे चाहिए वैसे. So Microsoft Office is very useful. I'm just revising and ending this particular part. Then we have the Excel. I already told you the Excel part helps us in doing the calculation. See my 9th standard results. हमने सारे मार्क्स लिखे. See for teachers it is really very helpful. See हमारे मार्क्स देखो यहाँ पे बच्चों के नाम, यहाँ पे मार्क्स. This is so useful. Here see insert, here home. Then here we can do the calculations or the particular formulas we can put. We can insert the lines above, below. We can draw with the help of pen, pencil. There is a eraser also here. Formulas already यहाँ पे बहुत सारे देते हैं. See the statistical. Then we have the financial, logical. I said no ALU. Then we can see the recent. If you forgetting something recently used, हम बोल सकते हैं average count. जो भी मैंने किया वो यहाँ पे तुरंत दिख जाता है. So these are very advanced things that you can see here. Then my favorite is the presentation, PowerPoint presentation. I'll just show you few presentations prepared by me. Okay. These are the different presentation that I've prepared. You can see I'm using the different pictures, different phones that you all like. Then we have life processes living part 1. See, एक minute. See, you can make it simple like this. I'm just showing you different slides that I use. Then you can even use for example quotations. I love reading quotation. Make it into design. You can keep a picture here. First, what I've done the use of picture. I got this picture from the internet. Then second, I've used a text box so that I can enter the text, and we can do this. You can even do in digital designing. You can even go into the wedding, just wedding card design करना है या तो birthday card design करना. You can do it with the help of presentations. Now we have, I can show you. This is school type, the teacher type presentation. See, I've used teacher's picture. My school name is written so nicely here. This kind of things you can prepare. See, whole slide is designed by me. You can use this computer technology in whatever way you can. Just design that thing in your mind. You should know what you're supposed to do. And these things, this computer tabs, the technology, information communication technology will help you so hard, will help you so nicely. You will get a desire, and even whatever you have thought about it, उससे भी अच्छा result आपको मिलेगा. See the different ways that I've used this. See, हम कितने अच्छी तरीके से सब लिख सकते हैं. See, this makes it so attractive. बच्चे लोग को भी पढ़ने को, जैसे for example, if you see my presentation, you'll feel like to study. You feel like very good. कि कितना अच्छा दिख रहा है. You feel like to revise. You feel like to study. You feel like to open it. So that's all about it, children. Hello. I hope I was very clear. Today was little dry topic, computer, supercomputers and all, input, output. So you might got a little, you know, hello. Hello, ma'am, I'm done with the topic. I hope, children, I was clear. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you. Hello. Children, raise your hand if you got it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes. Ma'am, I'm done with the topic.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes.